Here we are.
Both teams going to teleport out, but I think Denmark's going to teleport to the point, given their composition.
Yeah, you would have to think that'll be the case, and yep.
What does Jay3
Naga
think about their upcoming game of Flashpoint? I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Shockwave going to stay on the sim, so also might have been right back to spawn, getting poked down early. Big Bionade early, hitting from Great Britain. Fall through though, not going to be there.
Okay, so Denmark is playing like a rush. Great Britain's playing kind of a dive for the Hansa.
It's up to see if Maymon and Kai can grab some picks and break them out of the bunker. And just like that, Naga's gone. That gets rid of a huge impediment. And Kai sets Maymon up on the outskirts. The pressure here is unrelenting. They try and teleport out. Shockwave, one of the people who can't take his own teleporter, as Kai just continues his assault.
Yeah, Kai with 3 right there. I mean, Backbone's going to get smushed against the wall, turn himself into abstract art, but it is all for naught. Nice patience there from Great Britain on this Echo and Mercy. And so I think sometimes when we've seen it not go great is the Echo Mercy is not like patient around the point or just waiting and playing corners. They're going through these dives and exposing themselves wide open. But when you're Great Britain, you can just wait for Kai to get picks. Shockwave. Denmark has completely
Shockwave is a really good player.
Conversely, when you're Denmark, you wait for Kai to get picked, and then you go
followed
in.
me on Twitter.
What we're seeing there, Kai got caught out.
And then I didn't realize it, and he unfollowed me.
From both ends, from Naga and Shockwave. And
Thanks.
Denmark got to control the point already here. Even though
Uploading in progress.
They prioritize the point 20 to 28. Maymon, though, over nice little beam on the Naga, gets rid of him immediately. Great Britain.
He played for team.
Oh, the deadliness from Kai is unreal.
Yeah, and we're just kind of playing rock paper scissors here too, with Kai with the switch, and there goes the balance beam yet again. Slay goes
Vancouver.
Down.
He played for Vancouver, and Vancouver is owned by Luminosity, and I stream for Luminosity, so we were basically co-workers.
At 44%. Shockwave EMP ready though, and just switched to the Sombra, so getting a lot of work done.
Yeah, these fights have been quick and decisive, and again, Denmark has been focused on point. Look at this, the fight hasn't even started, and look at the progress.
So in reality, I'm an Overwatch League player.
They've lost more fights than they've won. EMP from Shockwave, just basically a swap, get rid of the Winston. Not the worst opening. Astra, though, dominance over Kellex. Naga's still around. Here's the interesting thing here, Hex. Great Britain likely is going to win this, but take a look at the progress. Denmark is getting good value out of losing fights.
Yeah,
this fight might not even be lost yet.
Not at all. I mean, it's a really nice play from Doge to come in there, and it buys some time, and got the, I believe he got the honor.
Wait, Doge plays on NA servers, doesn't he?
Bought himself space, gets
I see him a lot in my games.
Nice individual play. And Denmark, yeah, just kind of scrapping it out. They will take the lead here as well.
Yeah, I really like that from Denmark, and even though the fight was looking against them, even if it didn't go against them, they got value. But now, in the lead here once more, Great Britain coming in from the high ground. Hikaru on to the point. Naga, meanwhile, going on to the pulse bomb, looking for the Ana. Backbone in trouble, goes down. Shockwave
what
and
a
Naga
stick!
Real well, the stick is so good! Naga with 2 right after, make it 3. The coordination between Naga and Shockwave right now is unreal.
Wait,
yeah,
chat.
I mean, I think
wasn't
about,
Naga a support
the
player?
DPS lineups we have in the league and like where we expected them to be.
Why am I thinking he was a support player?
Got overlooked. I think Shockwave and Naga were overlooked in their
he was never a support player
league as well too. Like I just don't think they ever got the respect put on their names. Maybe it was given the teams they were on. Kai got plenty of respect, and that's
why do I always feel like he was a support player?
You have to respect Kai, or you simply fall.
Also, bad Pachamari.
DPS around.
I thought I thought I was going to sleep longer. Guess what? I slept an hour and I did all the games.
Gives great.
Didn't really work out, man.
But Hex, it's all going to come down to really
EMP.
Probably 1 fight, but potentially 2. If you're Denmark, almost you want a quick fight and then a rego, because Great Britain is stacked right now when it comes to ultimates.
They do have ultimates, but Shockwave can make them not use them. So the EMP is pretty much ready to go. Shockwave's done a great job of charging this up and getting the poke in that you need to get done as a Sombra. So Denmark might open with Kitsune and then see the response.
They need to get Astro before the beat. Don't let Astro beat. Astro got the beat. It hit 3 though. It doesn't hit Maymon or Backbone. Jakaro, though, gets Shockwave early. Both teams down in DPS. Naga on the prowl once more, getting real close to building a post bomb mid-fight here.
What a kill, dude.
But Kellex falls.
Jakaru is a fucking good Winston player, man. Yeah, look at this man.
Naga, but it's like no HP and quickly no teammates.
As a Tracer
either.
player, when I see Jakaru on my team,
Astro,
I'm gonna be so fucking happy. I just want to play
Denmark
Tracer
gets
Winston.
in the middle of that again.
Yeah, it really helps them try to get back in here.
And Naga's bomb does not connect. Great Britain still in a better position overall. Maimon holding on to the pulse bomb. Where's it gonna go? Holding here in the back, under a little bit of pressure, 60 HP. Under pressure again, Naga out for blood.
Holy
Maimon, though,
shit, chat.
stay
99
alive.
overtime.
Both teams
Oh,
back and
it's,
forth.
oh
Denmark is
my,
back
this
up
is
full
a
strength.
good
Pulse
match.
bomb comes out. Doge in real danger right now. Super low HP, still somehow alive. Doge is staying alive against
Both
the odds right
Winstons
now.
are 1 HP trying to live.
Time. Oh no, Kellex drops a beat. It doesn't hit Doge. Just in the nick of time. Kai, meanwhile, finishing off on the side, makes it 2. And that is Great Britain taking the round.
What a fucking match, bro. What a match. This is a good one.
With Doge, actually.
Holy shit.
Impressed with both the early Diva play into the Winston play there at the end to stay alive. And I think that's just a taste of what we're going to see between these two teams. And yeah, I mean, Naga going absolutely nuts. Naga being the aggressor on the Tracer looked really good. Just both of these squads putting out some really excellent individual plays. And about as good as it can get. I do like that Denmark really, really prioritized getting control of the point. If they didn't get flips there a couple times, like that match goes completely different.
I mean, you look at Great Britain was winning more than Denmark was, but Denmark made up the difference by just the #1 rule of Overwatch: get on the objective.
I had to get water. Sorry.
And it paid off big time. We'll see if that point presence continues here into the next round. Big difference, though, between what both teams are running here is Denmark, they do go to the Mei again.
Yeah, I mean, Naga's Mei is just, it's excellent, so that's going to be something that they can rely on, but they need to try to get a good rush in here.
All Doge here, punching away, Jakaru in his face, hoping for a little bit of heals, just throws up the arms, blocking, saying, please, get off of me. Both teams, a little bit of poke back and forth, neither team suffering an elimination here just yet, but again,
Chat, who do you think is really going to win?
Point, Denmark, prioritizing it, Great Britain.
I don't know, this is a great, I don't think I can root for,
Jakaru goes on the pit, he's in the pit, he's gone! And just like that, Doge with the next one, I don't know,
Was it because of the Ramatra?
It might have. No, it might have been the Ramatra.
Yeah, because I think he like kind of skipped through it and it dropped him like a stone.
Yeah, it looked a little bit weird, but that had to be what went on.
I know he was slowed. That was just so unlucky, bro. Oh my Doge, bro. Nah,
that was interesting.
I can't root for either team, chat. Both teams are really good. I just want to see a great close series, man.
Just punches.
But I'm actually rooting for Great Britain. I want Great Britain to win.
Keeping control here thus far. Slay, a little bit of pressure from the outside. Kai on the prowl, just snipes out Kellex. Great Britain trying to find their opening. Slay, meanwhile, gets taken down. You can't turn your back to Kai like that. It'll kill you every time.
The only reason I want Great Britain to win is because Jakaru, I think, was the one that came in and like talked to us for a little bit on stream after his match. So I respect that.
Just gets pinned down. Jakaru,
and you know,
doesn't let him get away.
I'm gonna root for him.
So far to Blizzard, as Great Britain now should be about to get control.
Yeah, 54% though already for Denmark here, but Great Britain has been banking up enormous ultimates. Like this Pulse Bomb needs to find some pay dirt, but also it's going to be very difficult for Denmark to take the point against a Winston with a primal range.
You want Great Britain to win so you can take place of Cockwave on Overwatch League.
That is not
I cannot play in the Overwatch League, bro. I'm old as shit.
I almost nearly picked Naga, though. I see Naga's health bar just disappear. That's just, you know, what happens when you try and open in. Well, I'm curious here is the Pulse Bomb set. Maimon going here to the back. On the approach, Shockwave in his sights. The bomb's already been used, and now they turn their attention to Maimon. No Pulse Bomb used here just yet.
Jay, how long have you been streaming?
Doge,
We've hit the 48 hours. About 9, I think.
Also in danger. Jakaru just slaps people around. Annihilation, though, out. And as I say that, Maimon shots the back. Dealt with the BAP with the Pulse Bomb. Naga, though, fires back in turn. Makes him pay for it as Denmark is trying to fight their way in.
Actually, we just hit the 24-hour mark.
Hex and Naga, you're gonna go with the
a little bit over 24 hours.
Jakaru throws on the point. Astro drops a beat in response. I think that's a good beat. You just keep people alive. Denmark, though, they drop the later beat. They go for the highly aggressive engage, trying to make anything happen to later beat. They nearly get Jakaru, but it's a good disengage from Great Britain.
Yeah, Denmark always gets the point during some of these duels, so it is a nice disengage, really good beats by both squads to keep the tanks alive. And now we're back to the neutral. and trades in the neutral.
Kai wins those trades, as it turns out, but Slay punishes Jakaru. Denmark still in control of the point. And
Britain doesn't have their main
tank
healer.
that early.
Britain doesn't have their main healer or their tank. They got to back up. So Britain has one more fight remaining. Dragon can be fine just to keep some space. So if you're Denmark and you're tracking ults, you don't want to be engaging on the rush right now because Dragon's just going to put you back.
Well, here we go. Great Britain on the way in. A fight they must win for the round. Denmark at 96%. Kai holding down! Gets caught by the back as he was mid-dragon. Denmark 5v4.
Okay, chat.
And
this is really good.
To force a round
like 3. I've been saying, I can't root for either team. I know I was saying Great Britain, but I want a good, close series, and this is what's good. It's map 3 of the first one.
Play. Kai says H-Jax, which it might mean Ajax, maybe it's Hacks. I'm not sure.
No, I'm not gonna play contenders. I like streaming. Sorry.
Also, the legacies of some Overwatch players.
My favorite thing, listen, chat. I know my ego's big, but it's not that big. I can't listen. I love watching these players play, and I also love when they come like you know.
Think about how
giving them the credit they deserve, like, and especially if they after their game they come talk to us and talk to chat. I think that's fucking awesome.
Free marketing
keeps the brand relevant.
All right,
I'm doing the XQC pose, bro.
Again, different compositions here. Denmark's going to go for a little hybrid of the rush.
I like watching the players play, and then like you know when they come in and talk to, because I mean we've talked to a lot of people recently.
So much pressure already,
and so I mean
somehow is able to shake it.
Building friendships, chat. Building friendships. I just want more friends. You guys are my friends, right?
Teams still at a full 5v5, but again, watch the point.
Right,
Denmark values the point, as we've seen over and over again, and it might be first control, even as this fight is still being contested. Both teams pretty healthy here right now. Maimon just charging ult here on the back. Generic damage coming out for the Tracer, but Denmark first control.
By the way, uploading, appreciate the massive prime, and Butters, appreciate the massive top D of the day, my friend.
Some quick revenge for the end of last round. Shockwave solo too, Naga out of it, and that should be a quick retake here for Great Britain, but it's not one just yet. But Maimon certainly leading the way.
Well, I mean, why Denver is like, you know, obviously prioritizing the point. It's their composition allows it. When you've got a Mei and you've got a Ramatra, it's a little bit easier to have some staying power. But the moment that you lose a Baptiste,
I think Denmark's team comp is a little better than Great Britain's, though.
Splash damage and everything, you're losing your anti-dive, which ends up being the immortality field. So it's a little tough there. So obviously losing your main support early in a fight is bad. We saw it there. Shockwave's going to go over to the Sombra again.
It's not bad, but you won't have Naga on the Tracer to back it up, so it's a little bit different than the last time we saw it. Maimon, meanwhile, in the back. BAP in the sights! Immortality field, though. Gonna save the BAP in the moment. However, there's no saving Naga from Kai, who is being
Rikasu, appreciate the Master Prime stop, my friend.
On the Hanzo. Great Britain still in control of the point. Doge, a little bit back and forth here. Tank beat tank. Dragon going right down the corner here from Kai. Block out from Doge. Punches Jakaru in the mouth. And Denmark still trying to get the point flip, but this time around, Great Britain doesn't let him have it.
Now, Denmark's going to back up here and not lose anyone else. Careful.
Kai looking, and no, it's backbone that finishes off. Can't let Kai do all the work.
You can't even go in now. Like, you just have no healing. Naga is going to be in trouble. Maybe Ice blocks his way out and gets a pack at some point, but yeah, you have to wait for Slay. Slay's actually just going to switch. Just gets off of the Baptiste and goes over to the Moira. Maybe more survivability, a little more sustain. Possibly just to be able to get an ultimate up before Great Britain caps.
I don't get the Ana pick of Great Britain, but you can nano the Winston. Nano Winston, very strong.
Shockwave just takes a quick nap, but you know, still decent for Denmark. I got picked off early, and I think it's one of those blessing in disguise moments here.
I was just going to say that,
Denmark's winning the fight anyway, so they just get to save the EMP. Oh.
I mean, the Blizzard did come out.
I mean, they're winning the team fight, but Great Britain's not going to use any ults.
Now they're going to win that fight.
They were trying to bait ults out. They used Mei ult.
Blizzard had to come out. Denmark now in control, but if you're Denmark, like, you kind of want to take the fight to them with this EMP. Don't let them get set up. God, Slay.
They have enough time to go in, bait ults out, and do another regroup, and then use their ults.
They just don't miss. Is what we're seeing here.
They're committing
EMP
actually.
Comes up for Shockwave. Get rid of Astro. Wow, just annihilate him. An EMP for one. And now, Doge in the middle of the point. Annihilation has to be on the mind here. Annihilation comes out, and he's got to walk forward and keep on punching. Shockwave finds Maimon in the back.
Is that a Sonic arrow in his face?
Untold aggression towards Great Britain here. And they kind of have to, Hex, because there is a big progress disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, big progress disparity, but I mean, Denmark has done a pretty good job of at least staggering their ultimate economy. You saw previously it was the DPS ults, and now this time it ends up being the tank ultimates. And now
okay,
Denmark
chat, we're
has
coming
both
into last
support
fight
ultimates to
territory.
go for
Denmark
two.
only
Great Britain,
has
the bank is a
almost
little bit
both
empty
support
now.
ults.
Yeah,
Great Britain only has one support ult, bro. They have beat,
on the
but
way.
they have Slay's
And look,
Coalescence.
It's not the flashiest ultimate, but it does its job. Within reason here.
Who's the
Plus, it doesn't
first
get
map
hit
gonna go to?
immediately, But Kai is a little bit busy with Shockwave over here. And I like what Denmark is doing and pressuring Kai a little bit more. Don't give Kai the free shots. Naga just strips Astro off the wall with the Icicle. And now it's anyone's game. 99-95. Great Britain needing to make a play here, but Astro's not going to be back for a little bit yet.
They can probably get Nano. They can probably get Nano.
Great
Oh!
Britain needs. Shockwave finds Backbone. And after Great Britain, you got to delay. You got to delay till the beat comes out. Beat comes out. Now what's going to be the capitalization here for Great Britain? Denmark is still at a full 5. Slay shakes the pressure. Kai finds Kelix, and Slay takes down both supports. But will it be enough?
Oh my
Shockwave
fucking
and Naga
God.
return the favor. Doge gets rid of Kai. And Denmark, they're almost there on the first map. They just need a little bit more. Jakaru, though, good delay right now for Great Britain. Is that going to be enough for people to get back to the point? It is so back and forth, Hex.
No,
This one is getting really hard to call. It's going to be a
Great
blizzard
Britain's
coming
gonna
out,
lose
though,
their
from
first
Naga.
fucking
Kai
round.
has gone to the Farah of all of things, and Denmark pulls
Denmark.
it off in
First
the
one goes
end.
to Denmark.
Here we go. Denmark out the gates here on the attack, and running with the Junker Queen and a Sombra Reaper here, Hex.
Yeah, Denmark remains a team that's really hard to kind of call their comp. This is a Rush E, but, you know, without the Mei, there's not going to be the wall to pin the other team against. But Great Britain doesn't have a Lucio to disengage. So if Denmark finds a good angle to get in there, they can definitely rush down targets with the Reaper and Junk.
I really like the Ash pick from Great Britain. Kai, I really like the Ash pick, you know, as an Ash player myself.
Keep the payload moving under. Go. Hey, at some point, you got to jump down, and Jakaru does just that, but also immediately jumps back up. Does not want to overstay his welcome there as Denmark, again, objective focused, getting through this underpass, which is not always free.
Yeah, and I mean, this is, I think, one of the reasons that Great Britain went to Gibraltar, of course, is because Kai and these sightlines. You think of, like, up here running an Ash or even, like, a Soldier 76 up there is fantastic. Reaper's going to have to be the one to deal with it because no one else really has high ground unless you want to send Kelix up there or maybe a Sombra to harass. But Naga can just maybe try to flank up there with Reaper's extremely quiet, I'm flanking voice line.
Well, Kai is getting pressured right now, so you take a look at the poke war between both teams at the top of your screen. Yeah, Kai is a big deal at the moment. Shockwave, though, getting really, really low. Able to get away, gets a health pack. As Naga just shoots away near the payload. As Denmark, they're just trying to push a payload in, going, at some point, you have to commit, Great Britain.
No,
Naga gets caught,
no.
goes for the teleport, and Kai
That's
goes,
the thing.
I see those. Yeah.
That's the neat thing. No, you don't. You don't have to commit because, like it's just going to be very difficult to get Kai off of this high ground, given the composition. That
If they're going to play Reaper, they should play point.
Like
I guess he was trying to do that. You go to point, you force them to point because they have to stop it. They don't see 9, then you blow them up with Reaper.
And then have Slay teleport
But
to them.
I don't know. I think the Ash is better long range and you stay away from your team.
Yeah, I mean, right now you look at this, Kai's just squatting up there. He's not removing. You can get whatever judicial order you want, unless you go there and move him yourself. It's not happening. That is the #1 issue. But here comes the beast and the teleport. It's everyone going to knock on the door. Kai, though, drops a bomb in response.
Shit.
Able to shake a lot of pressure. Doge getting really low, taken on down by Astro. The focus was there. Jakarlo out. Neither team with the tank. EMP gets dropped right after. It's a nice
Denmark's gonna take that.
Shockwave Hex. And even though Kai's still alive, not a lot of the rest of his team is.
Yeah, just pushing that as hard as they did. Maybe you don't get the kills there, but it buys you space to evict the other team. Also, the Kitsune with the Reaper combo on the ground is just brutal. Like, the fire rate going high is insanity.
The old classic. Reaper, high ground, Death Blossom, and, well, it's scattered. Winston goes up there, so not quite going to be one of those big Death Blossom moments, at least not just yet.
Well,
but
I mean,
Jakaru's getting ripped apart as he goes up.
the higher skill level you go, the less Death Blossom is valuable. You know, if you only hang out on the main Overwatch subreddit, you think Death Blossom is the best thing ever.
What the fuck was
Got
that?
knifed.
Yeah.
Doge caught him, and Jakaru's gonna have to back out soon. He's just getting crushed by this Reaper shot after shot. I mean, it's not flashy, but it's effective. You just see his health melting. As Denmark, they're almost at the end of point B here. Great Britain's gotta do something fast, and it starts with the rally. Rally comes out. Shockwave, though, gets backbone immediately. Oh, again, a 5v4 in favor of Denmark. Slay finds Astro, and Denmark just not letting up.
Yeah, and
Nice
also
hack.
the hack on Echo is brutal there. What Denmark did so perfectly here, and maybe people haven't played Gibraltar in a while, is taking that momentum from A onto high ground in B. Because if you do not take that first momentum fight and take shuttle and you take high grounds and you let the defense set up, it is a brutal retake to get into second point on any sort of decent position, especially against good long range hit scan. So to ride that first momentum, to get people up top on the shuttle, to take that high ground away, I think it's the hardest part of the map is offensive B.
Look at Astro. Astro nearly goes down.
Wow.
There. Gets a little bit of support. But Shockwave still holding on to the EP, still just fighting the supports here at the backline.
Sombra does a shit ton of fucking damage, man.
Pressure for one
If he
player
got that pick
in
on the Mercy,
back.
that would have been huge.
Still has the EMP. Jakaru gets the nano, goes on in. EMP from Shockwave, dropped to the back. Naga finds backbone. Jakaru, though, punishes Naga. 4v4. Beat was used here from Denmark, so they're looking for a little bit more, and Jakaru's not going to give it to him.
No, and also like it's a really nice duplicate here too. Double tanks on the field seems unfair in Overwatch 2, so they're going to be able to pull that one off. And Denmark sent back to the drawing board. Shockwave with the solo EMP has worked out sometimes. Was able to get backbone there, but not able to clean up the kill onto Kai.
Chat, you guys are saying that Ana's not working it out, but like they had 3.5, 4 minutes to cap last point.
How does Kai not
It is
die
kind of
there?
working
He
out.
got down to like 2 HP.
Slay
The
had to
healing.
kill them. Yeah.
Yeah, the healing was just enough to keep Kai in it. Astro finishes off Kellex. And once more, Kai just perching on the high ground with 2.5 minutes left to go. Still plenty of time for Denmark, but Great Britain has finally found their groove.
Yeah, this is still a problem. It's like the problem that Denmark ran on the offensive A is you need to evict Kai. This one's a little easier because at least there's like stairs and it's not as tucked away as 8-point high ground. But this is still the big issue they're going to have to deal with because Kai is going to probably be getting damage boosted up here and they still don't have the comp to necessarily fight it easily.
Bob comes on in. Bob's about to go back on out, but again, a little bit of pressure. I don't think Kai's expecting too much from that. The main thing is just stay on the high ground, fire on down. But here comes the pressure.
Yo,
EMP
yo,
out.
yo, yo,
However,
yo, 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 yo.
Shockwave
They're gonna
Naga
have to switch that
also
Reaper
out.
pick.
Not the most effective dive.
They're gonna have to switch that Reaper pick, man.
Punished by Great Britain, and that's gonna buy them a lot.
Yeah,
I
Naga
don't-
playing Reaper like I play Reaper.
Bronze
Just teleport right in
Castle,
their
I
face
appreciate
and hope
that.
they
Thank you,
miss.
my friend.
Unfortunately,
That
Kai
Reaper
did
pick
not
ain't
miss
it,
that
chat.
shot,
He
and
switched
put
to
the Reaper
Tracer. That's a
down
little
right
better.
away.
That Reaper pick was not it.
Yeah, we'll see if there's any switches that come in. Naga on the Tracer. Yeah, I guess Kellex has gone to Moira. They still don't really have ideal options to dive high. And it does seem like maybe you just send people into the low ground and try to run corners here and just maybe hope that Kai can't dominate you on the entry.
All right, Jakaru moves on in, off the nano. Doge hanging on to the rampage and decides to let it fly. Gets Maimon and Jakaru in it. Yeah, it's not the worst rampage in the world. However, the follow-throughs are there. Both Maimon and Jakaru are able to get out. Pretty good disengage here from Great Britain. Kai, again, under a bit of pressure. Down the half HP, still alive. Doge looking for Jakaru over and in. As Denmark, they can't get Kai. Kai punishes Kellex. And again, Kai in good HP, decent positioning. Naga in the back end, chased by Jakaru, and just pressured on both ends. Maimon doesn't let him get away. 38 seconds left from Denmark, and they get one more reset.
Yeah, they finally got Kai on the
Yo,
high ground,
Denmark
but
had
at
like
what cost?
4 minutes or
I think
more
they-
to
yeah, I
cap
think
this
they
last
thought, like,
phase.
once pushed
They are.
under
I
the
mean,
archway under
Great
the
Britain.
bridge, that Kai was like going to drop
No,
down
Denmark.
and maybe
No,
play
Denmark.
the
Yeah,
back
they're kind
platform.
of they're kind of
But Kai
fumbling
was
the
set
bag
up
here,
there and
chat.
just took pot shots for another 30 seconds, hammering on people, and just unable to ever really dislodge him. Now with the Winston, you can try to get this dive going too. The Shockwave EMP is going to be everything.
Yeah, I agree. This is entirely set up by the EMP. Denmark, can they land the EMP before the engage comes in? Can Shockwave make a count? He's going in from the top. Goes in for Kai. They're going to get Kai. Oh, the nano! What a well-timed nano from Backbone. Wasn't caught in the EMP. Saves Kai's life. And also gives Kai Nano. That's terrifying at the same time.
And you guys were wondering why they
Takes
had
down
Nano.
Doge, and oh man, really well-timed support play from Great Britain. And that should be it for this round of Gibraltar. Far, but not quite far enough.
Yeah, it's a good offense, but that's just phenomenal support play by Great Britain to understand your losing condition is an EMP right there. Because we saw the Nano goes down immediately, and that was good. It was good spacing.
They tried to
have
solo
your Anna
EMP
that
the
far
Ash
away
on the
to be able
high
to get
ground and
Nano off, but
failed
also
because the
Malcolm
Nano
off
saved them.
immediately, too.
I thought he was going to go for the Mercy and Ash, but he missed their Mercy, I think, entirely.
Off before the EMP hits, too. So both supports for Great Britain being ultra aware that that's their losing condition is if everyone gets EMP'd, both able to get the ultimates.
What do you mean remove Ana from the game? Ana is so
Denmark,
fucking
given what they were going up against in Kai and Great Britain's map pick, a very, very strong push for Gibraltar. There's definitely places here on offense where a team can get hung up. Like, you can get hung up on A. I think, like I said, offense on B can be brutal unless you're able to really roll through it. So, really good play from Denmark. Great Britain's going to have to finish the map. Otherwise, they're going to drop their first
Ana is one of the most balanced characters and was like one of the first characters to come out. What was the first character to come out?
You know, you think about how Great Britain was running.
All they need to do is remove her 75 damage, though. That 75 damage to two-shot of Tracer is fucking stupid. Put it back down to 70.
Impact of Kai. They did it very well.
Or put it to 65. 75 damage is way too much.
Spawn point does not just spawn you on the high ground and make other teams go to you, right? So even though I think Kai can still be super effective here, you know, in theory, it is a little bit less oppressive to deal with from Denmark.
Yeah. That said, I do like Great Britain maybe trying to run this Echo Mercy to get some of the high ground and take it away, and to really work with the Winston dive. Although Denmark is
so they switched Reaper players. Shockwave's on the Reaper now. Naga's on the May.
Shockwave was behind the right corner, picked correctly, and immediately sent Mercy to the grave. The one hero you're not rezzing.
Tiro-san, appreciate the match in 2 months.
Down Kiriko, so still not the worst opening here for Great Britain. Astro's going to be back out of spawn soon. It'll lead to the 5v4, and for Denmark, kind of have to rotate out a little bit. Doge just getting pelted down, get hit by the Bionade, and just tickled to death by Jakaru at the end. Maymon finding some decent room here on the Echo at the same time as pretty solid opening here for the Great Britain offense.
I think Denmark may be playing this. I mean, maybe they'll make switches here given what Great Britain's running, but you run this composition kind of in a way where, you know, it's a great defensive composition because you don't have to win fights. You have to stall cart. And so, like, this composition is really good at, like, taking space and keeping space.
That was very close,
this
bro.
combo
Echo does a shit ton of damage.
You know, untouched.
Heavy pressure on the Doge once more. Macaque on the Maymon, able to shrug Mercy off. Coming in from the top, heavy pressure on the Maymon, able to get away where, you know, if you're Astro, you're kind of torn between two worlds here. Boost the really good Ash or keep Echo alive, and, well, Maymon finds Shockwave, doesn't let him get away that time. As Great Britain looking really healthy, but as that happens, Naga finds Kai, evens things back out. Here comes the clone. It's Clone Junker Queen this time around. Naga's gone, though, and Denmark doesn't really have a lot of damage threats right now as Great Britain slowly cleaning this up.
No, I think that Great Britain or that Denmark wanted to play car wash down at the bottom. They wanted to have all their brawlers in the big pack and maybe stall cart down there. But Great Britain was able to move it far enough that
I had to send an alarm.
Composition set up in that position. And so far, Denmark kind of just getting rolled over. He comes in, but to what end?
Yeah, I mean, the only upside here for Denmark is that Great Britain, they're keeping really good control. But you look
this
at the delay
actually
here.
might go to a
While they
match
were not
3,
trying to win
chat.
that
This
fight,
actually
it
might
was
go to a
just
match 3.
Stall. 4 minutes, though, for point B. You're feeling a lot better as Great Britain right now.
I think Great Britain is definitely going to win this one.
Fight on point B, which
put a
is,
map 3.
Map changes are, though, very, very important.
Okay, some switches come in here. So Doge is going to go to the Diva. That should help at least with the Sky combo. Kelix goes over to the Moira, with a little more sustain. Maybe also to help out with the Sky combo. But pretty good for Denmark.
You just caster cursed them? I have not caster cursed a single team in the World Cup. Great Britain's going to win this match. We're going to go to a match 3.
Doge, yeah, you've been seeing Backbone just focus on Doge a lot. Kai finds Slay, deals with the Kiriko. Great Britain again, up 5v4. Doge able to get back into it after healing up. Shockwave really, really low, has the EMP, and Kai finds him at the same time. No EMP gonna be dropped, and this is surgical. No one's really getting poked down in Great Britain. But hey, that's not poke, that's just full-on bomb. But what does that do in this situation? You still have an enormous number advantage as Denmark is just struggling to find their footing.
Yeah, I mean, the Diva's actually really struggling against this Echo. You've seen the Beam come in and do so much damage, the Winston on the Tickle, so it's just kind of a matter of time before Doge gives up the life. EMP could be a game changer, Kitsune Rush could be a game changer.
If
right
Great
now,
Britain
Denmark needs
wins
to find
this-
their footing and get a fight.
I mean, a little bit of stability. Kitsune
That is
gets
gonna be
out here from
huge
Denmark,
for
but all
them.
fall through do have. Shockwave gets hit with the Bionade, drops the EMP before dying. And the fall through just is not there. Astra on Backbone on the punish on the both DPS of Denmark as Great Britain looks to just easily cruise through point B. And now Denmark, they're going to have an even more impressive point C hold from the looks of it if they want to hold on and win this in two.
Yeah, Maimon has just been kind of running wild all over this team, and no one's really been shooting up. It's tough, and like, you know, Diva can be okay to eat some of that damage, but it's not been good enough. Yeah, Denmark's compositions, both offense and defense, are
That's
giving
brutal.
a little something to be desired.
Shockwave gets hit with the Bionade, finished off, and Backbone just drops the LOL. This is the attitude I expect from Great Britain in the Overwatch World Cup. I'm glad. It's what we need. Speaking of Backbone, Nano, good to go.
Shockwave
and,
Widow.
I have to go on Jakaru here soon as Jakaru is like, please, save me. Heal
Shockwave
me.
Widow.
No
Uh-oh.
Nano required here, just get.
Nerfed
Yeah,
Widow.
Shockwave Widow is an interesting switch, but the problem is Shockwave has to deal with both the Sky combo and Kai's Ash. He's probably going to get jumped on too.
I am not alive and
Jakaru
talking.
went in, got low, got the Nano at the right time.
Zerfil, I am not
Oh,
alive
okay
right
there,
now.
Though. Right now, looking for Naga, getting slowed down and really just wants to get out.
A little bit on me
Heels gonna be
wishes
coming back in.
Denmark would win this,
Press the
so I
assault.
could like take a
Backbone goes
nap
down
before
early,
the
but the dive
America's
is still
team
really good. Kai and
bracket.
Jakaru able
And
to
then
get both
some
Shockwave
part of me
and
wants
Slay.
Great Britain to win, so we could go to map
On
3.
the other hand, as Doge picks up 2, getting scrappy, and usually the defense likes scrappy fights here. Doge staying alive as a tank, respawns are going to be coming in soon, and you know, if anyone was still up, Naga could have delayed.
Yeah, the Doge, I don't know, seems like the comfort hero of Ramatra right now. Has played it so well in the previous map, and you know, the Diva just wasn't getting it done. It does enough to pressure up, but eventually these teams have to land. I think the Shockwave Widow pick is really smart. It makes at least Great Britain respect it and play different angles. So now you almost know that the Echo and Mercy is going to come up over right side top. And yeah, you're going to have to commit some resources to deal with Shockwave
Barbecue
back here.
bacon and burger.
Shockwave,
That
while
sounds
he's drawn the
delicious.
aggro
Especially the
of
last 2
Winston.
months, my friend. How you
Meanwhile,
doing?
Kai finds Slay again. Another quick early pickoff from Kai. The tank down. Maimon finishes him off at the beam, and just like that, Great Britain on their way to force a map 3. Everything going right for them on this long range of Gibraltar point C. Just
A
quick
map
little slide into
3,
victory,
bro.
and
A map 3.
Not a day.
We're gonna have to
of full
watch
2 Overwatch
push,
X
though. We're gonna have to
finally
watch
got it.
push.
Yeah, 3 teams will come out of Group A. Group A includes France and Belgium, obviously Netherlands, Italy, Spain as well. So and Portugal. So there's a chance that you know, one of these teams ends up getting upset. But so far they look like
Who are
two
you
of the
going
best.
for? I don't know. I
We'll
want a
see
good
as
match.
The tournament goes through.
And so far, it's
Kai
been a
is gonna
good
be on
fucking match.
Sojourn. Shockwave's going to try to match that with an Ashe, and then it's going to be I think the core of Denmark's strategy is Naga on Mei, which is best hero, and Doge on Macha, which I think is best hero.
Yeah, those are 2 very clear comfort picks. Maimon right now looking to add a little bit of pressure to the Shockwave, open things up for Kai to drop the finishing blow.
I like Shockwave on the Ash.
Kai, though,
Kai
under
is
pressure
on
in the back,
the
getting
Sojourn.
very, very low. Denmark getting the better pressure for a moment, and also Denmark first control of the
If you had a
robot.
bet on someone, who would you pick? I
Great Britain,
think
meanwhile, a little bit further back, and you know,
I think Great
kind of how
Britain's
we saw
gonna win.
things play out of control in regards to objective priorities next.
Yeah, I mean, the first point, I think you would rather just take a good fight rather than getting 7 meters, right? As things go on.
Can anyone
and
do watch parties on these? Yes.
Meter changes, then priorities can be different. But I think it's really important. You just really want to win this first fight and get maybe 30 meters out of it.
Again, you see the
I don't
DPS
know.
getting
Both
pressure.
teams
Kai
are
getting
really
low,
fucking
Naga getting
strong.
low.
I think Great
The
Britain's
tank's
gonna win,
trading off
though.
here in the middle, but the real story is what's going on between the DPS. Neither team wants to lose it first. Doge, though,
When
hit by the
Jakaru's in
Bionade.
trouble.
Yeah, it's like one tech maybe bowed, but Jakaru's the one that needs help. On the other end, Kai again gets hit for half. Slay finishes off Backbone. Finally, we got a first blood. and Denmark looking to push the advantage. Denmark essentially, you know, going forward in this moment. And, you know, Great Britain, when you're down that much healing, you just kind of back out.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to. All your sustain is gone. The pulse bomb will miss, and this is kind of the very first push you want, and it just comes off of one
How much
kill.
of Great Britain is Overwatch
Slay has
League?
gotten kind of rocked
I think
by Kai
2 or
today.
3.
Just take that, but Slay's given almost
I think
as,
3.
as
Funny
much as he's
Astro,
gotten. You think about like that
Kai,
that kill back on Shrine. So
and
yeah,
Jakaru?
it's been good play out of that player.
Ionade.
Or is it Backbone?
Forced a quick
Is it Backbone?
field. Yeah, Slay had
No,
the
no,
down.
Jakaru's
Naga
contenders,
goes-
right?
Naga's still under pressure.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Wants to live to Blizzard here at the very least. Naga's still under pressure. Goes down. Kai finishes off with the overclock shot. Still railguns in reserve. Kai looking for a little bit more. Maymon.
I think it's
able to
2
find
London
Ocean.
Spitfires,
Great Britain
and then
backs right back.
forgot.
Yeah, they will be able to in full reset now from Denmark. Now, always the question is are they going to be in a good
Hello,
enough position
YouTube.
to
Please
fight
make this a
for
YouTube video.
38
It is going to be a
meters?
YouTube video. All
I believe
the
so.
if you guys
I mean,
missed the
bot
game,
moves
all
pretty
the
slowly
Overwatch
here,
World
and
Cup
at the
games will
very
be on
least,
my
you can
YouTube channel.
bob at it.
Second
I
channel.
like Denmark's position
J3
here.
2.
I mean, the number one thing is where's the Blizzard going to go, right? That is probably the key factor here. Bob's just going to kind of do whatever.
Well, I think number one thing is to not use 2 ultimates here. Like, you either want to use Blizzard or Annihilation, not both.
I absolutely agree. Meanwhile, Astro, by looking for Beavis. Oh, Jakaru got so low. How did he not use Primal? The ball, like, just absolute presence on Jakaru. His backbone finds Shockwave. Bob's already out here. Denmark can still drop the Blizzard. And this is, you know, Denmark's hanging in there despite the early pickup.
Are all the teams white and orange for colors? Yes.
Beat coming in here.
There's one
Annihilation
team
coming
that's
in here.
home and one
Denmark
team is
emptying
away.
the bank,
And the
they might not
orange,
get much in return. Maymon doesn't
the orange
care,
colors that you
takes
see
down
on
Doge,
Denmark are
and
the
that Blizzard
skins
was at
that
the
you
very
guys
end
get
of
for
the fight.
drops.
That went as bad as it could go. Denmark used absolutely everything that they had. I mean, just look at the single-digit numbers that they have on ultimates, and they still don't win the fight. Great Britain used ultimates a little bit earlier, but only a couple of them, and they're going to win this fight. They're going to take control and get some good yardage here. Now the question is for Denmark, I don't even think they can they
You get
even
both
stall
drops
this top
for
4
home
response?
and away?
Right now,
Oh,
it's
you
looking
also get the
rough.
white
Jakaru
ones? I
gets
didn't know
Nano
you also get the
early.
white ones. I
Maymon
thought you only get the
again
orange
finds a
ones. That's
pick.
actually pretty
Maymon
cool.
has been playing out of their minds right now. As
W.
Naga finds Astro a little bit early here, but the rest of it is going all in favor of Great Britain. A really nice engage by Jakaru, and they're not stopping here, Hex. And this is where just lethal damage can
Yo,
be done in
Great
push, where it can be
Britain
difficult
coming
to bring it
back,
up.
man. They got
There
the forward
just hasn't
spawn
been
as
enough heal
well.
in the back end,
Told you
for
guys.
Denmark.
I
Kellex
told
and
you
Slayer
guys,
kinda
I
just getting
don't
bopped
jinx
on, and
teams.
that's why Slayer's
Great
gonna switch,
Britain
so
is
at
gonna
least,
win
like,
this.
There's some survivability there with the Coalescent, but Maymon has just been back there causing all sorts of havoc. Also, like, the Winston can always go support that. Meanwhile, like, Doge is just hanging out in front of the cart trying to 1v1 the Winston, and Winston can just choose of like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm going to go help and kill the back line, and that's what's happened a couple times.
All right, Denmark in a tough spot. Great Britain coming out with some excellent play here thus far as Kai strikes! Just lands it onto Kellex, and that could be a backbreaker. The Denmark's Maymon piles on, gets the post bomb stick onto the tank, and guess what, Hex? We're adding on
he's gonna lose
even
his energy.
more progress for Great Britain.
Yeah, and the forward spawns are going to be really hard to overcome. This map is so momentum-based. I mean, we have seen a couple different instances of teams bring it back from about 80 to 80 plus meters, but man, it looks like Denmark's in a rough spot. Plenty of time
What's up, Strawberry?
left, though.
Welcome
4.5
back.
minutes.
It is a lot of time, but it is a long way to go now, especially when Denmark has not won a fight in a while. Jakaru already another Primal ready to go. Cole coming out here from Slay. Jakaru, though, goes, let's interrupt this a little bit. However, Doge was able to find Astro.
Push it.
Yeah, Doge is punching, he's shooting, and you know, Jakaru doesn't use the Primal here, maybe for good reason, but as they say that, Kai, just a quick little flick on the Kellex, stops it from being a rout, but I think Denmark is going to start getting some progress back the other way.
Yeah. At least a little bit. I mean, Winston probably going to allow for some peel for his backline at the very least too, so that Winston's a little less hesitant to go join the fray.
Wait.
EMP.
Wait.
Don't get Astro.
Oh, Yeah, Astro is able to live long enough to drop the beat right after.
Wait.
Arguably a little bit forced out, though. Kai down right away. This could work out in well for Denmark, but oh, the bile from Backbone is massive. Sets up another 2 eliminations. Naga, though, says not over.
Yeah, I don't know about that one,
Getting very
Chief.
scrappy between both teams right now. Denmark still in control of the robot, although not anymore. Jakaru goes right back over. Shockwave backs out, and that works out for Great Britain.
Yeah, I'm trying to suss out that Primal, and I think like knowing it's a one-on-one with the Sombra and Primaling into it is kind of smart, because at least you're going to have the health buff to be able to like live through the hack and then be able to have the mobility. So
Astro!
An interesting little exchange.
Astro just got caught, could not slide away from that. Again, gives Denmark a 5v4. And this is huge, where if you're Denmark, you want to do this with as few ultimates as possible. Annihilation into the sleep, and then immediately woken up, doesn't matter. Just annihilates Backbone immediately. Takes down Jakaru right after, and this is Denmark coming from behind. It's what you have to do here on push Hex if you want to make up the sword deficit.
Yeah, Maimon does get a nice kill in the back, though. It takes out Slay. So now the only healer on this field right now is Kelix. There's not a payload, so no heal from the Bob.
Astro's down again!
Damn!
And again,
Wait a minute.
Great Britain has to keep fighting these fights.
Yo,
without
Great
Astro.
Britain is
Kai
like
shooting
kind
here
of
on the
throwing right
overclock.
now, dude.
Maimon was
Denmark
able
is
to
getting
get
those
two,
fucking good
covering
picks.
fire from Kai. But Denmark's still pushing here.
Oh,
and he's losing
Slay with the
Slay.
late pick on
That's
Kai.
what Cole finds Kai.
2 minutes
And
left.
this is gonna
Yo,
catch fire.
Denmark.
I
I
would
don't
love
think
to see the
Denmark's
kill
gonna
logs
take the
of just how
lead,
many
but
times
Denmark
Slay
is
has
getting
killed
really close
Kai
to the
and Kai
lead.
is
If they win
still
this next
Slay.
team fight, they steal it.
It's like those two are destined to fight it out through eternity.
Well, here we go. Both teams setting up here once more. Early Nano on the Jakaru. Gonna be moving forward, looking for Kelix. Really close to Primal. Kai just pops one on the Kelix right after. 2 down. And now let Jakaru save the Primal here. Easy cleanup for the rest. With a minute 30 left,
No,
though,
there's
I mean,
no such
Denmark
thing
has
as a
kept
J3
themselves
curse.
in
Stop.
here.
No such thing as a
And
J3
if,
curse.
by the time this bot pushes forward far enough, they might be in a position where they have to win 2 fights in a row, which can be difficult because I think Jakaru is going to
Great Britain is still in the lead.
The next fight at the very least. There's also a beat. Kellick's dying before he got beat off there, and the last fight is a little bit tough for them. Yeah, we're going to see that.
Oh, Kai's down.
Yeah. Well, that's a good opener.
They called out hit on Kai, and they're going for Astro right after.
Oh, he's gonna double
Shockwave
support.
For the most part, just chasing Astro down to and pro. Now, looking for Backbone, a little bit of pressure. Naga
Nice
punishes Jakaru,
sleep.
and there won't be that stall
Oh,
on
but
the point.
Kelix goes in and
Pull
still
the
gets the
sleep
finish.
back.
Up.
Oh, no,
Kelix with
pushes
2,
Kelix
both
comes alive.
supports.
And for being behind early, this is all Denmark could hope for the finishes out. It really does come down, Hex, to this one fight.
EMP, Death Blossom, and Annihilation. It's actually looking really good for Denmark if they can get these off in time.
I didn't jinx
There's
them, chat.
only
I
really
didn't jinx
stall
them.
ultimates
Listen,
for Great
30 seconds
Britain.
is a
Maybe
long
Kai can
time.
Get to the ultimate and get
got
some
touched.
damage in.
All right, here they go. EMP out here early from Shockwave. A big bionic from Backbone at the same time. Kelix goes down for the 4. Jakaru super low. Can they finish Jakaru? He somehow got away. That would have been so huge if they got it, but no. Both teams fighting
take the
to
lead.
nail. That's big. It gives
That's
Denmark
enormous.
another fight at the very least. Great Britain now, the one's under pressure. Slay with the Cole finds Backbone. Denmark has
The
nearly
game's
brought
not
this
over,
thing
chat.
back.
The game's not
Kai
over.
Gone. Jakaru out. Overtime ticking down, and it's a victory Death Blossom as Denmark strikes blood against Great Britain. Maimon, a little in the end, but not enough. Overtime's done, and so is Great Britain as Denmark takes the series.